Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for Beer 30 O'Clock. Folks, this is a journey that we are going to engage in together to find that perfect beer. I am a man on a mission, a man on a journey to find the ultimate beer, the perfect beer for that perfect occasion, and we're going to do it together. I've got a crazy cast of characters, folks from all over the K.O.E. Nation and all over the internet that are looking forward to sharing their experiences of some of their favorite beers with you. So, folks, without further ado, let's get right into this Beer 30 O'Clock review. So, folks, yes, it is I, your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., with this very special review of Lindermans Peach Lambic beer. Now, this is from Belgium, and it says on the back here, crafted by wind, brewed through generations. I always love grandiose language like that. Lindermans Peach Lambic, made from local barley, unmalted wheat, peach juice, aged hops, and wild airborne yeast. Quote, spontaneous fermentation. True lambics are rare. All come from one of fewer than a dozen breweries in Belgium's Sena River Valley, a region about 15 by 75 miles in size. So this is a product of Belgium. Brewed and bottled in Lindermans Brewery, Velzenebroek, Belgium. I'm sure I pronounced that absolutely correct. But, okay. This, I have it in an ale glass for Trappist ale, but smells delightful. Smells like peaches. Doesn't even smell like beer at all. On the palate, pure delight. Smooth, pure delight. You don't even pick up ethanol. You just get kind of the bubble of the beer. And what is the alcohol content here? Because it's not really saying. I'll find it here. I'll find it. But yeah, this is delightful on the palate. I'm having a hard time this is just great stuff. You know, I'm gonna get a little deeper into this and figure out what this is. And okay, it's still not giving me an alcohol by volume here, but anyhow, we will get into that. I'll figure out what that is here a little later. Maybe I'll even post it right here. But we're going to grade this on a couple of 5-star scales. 5 meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E. Nation has advised you well. We're going to grade this as a beer. We're going to grade this as... goodness gracious. I know I'm missing something here on the back. Because, yeah, it's saying you shouldn't drink alcohol, so there is alcohol in it. It just won't tell me what the alcohol by volume is on the back here. So I'll figure that out here soon. But as a beer of 5 stars, this is spectacular. This is one of the finest beers I've ever had. It's so easy on the palate, and it's not overbearing. And I would say, yes, definitely give this stuff a shot if you ever get the chance. You know, as a Belgian beer, which I actually have some experience with that, I'm going to put this at 4.5 stars. This is spectacular, and there's a reason why this is available on nearly every corner of God's creation now. And in terms of should you maybe pick this one up, I would say definitely, and there's no greater endorsement that one can make to such a fine beer as one as this. That is spectacular product of Belgium. Gentlemen, back to you.
Nice.
Yeah, that's A+. Yeah, like your wives would enjoy this. It's good stuff. So,
all right. Well,
stop the presses. So, folks, you have indeed arrived here at the K.O.E. Nation for this very special review of Lindermans Raspberry Lambic beer. This is another product of Belgium, And it says on the back here, crafted by wind, brewed for generations. Lindermans Lambic, made from local barley, unmalted wheat, raspberry juice, aged hops, and wild airborne yeast, spontaneous fermentation. True lambics are rare. All come from one of fewer than a dozen breweries in Belgium's Senne River Valley, a region about 15 to 75 miles in size. And this, folks, is their raspberry, which I'm very much looking forward to because raspberry tea is my favorite tea in the universe. So, wow, that smells like raspberry. Like there's no others. Like it just smells like I'm smelling liquid raspberries. Like I'm not even smelling beer. And it tastes like liquid raspberries with a tiny bit of fizz. And you can taste that there is ethanol there, but it's so well hidden that if you didn't know you were drinking alcohol, you wouldn't know. So, excellent stuff. As a beer, I would rate this on a 5-star scale. Yeah, this is a 5-star beer. This is spectacular. This is kind of what you wish adult recreational consumables tasted like when you first tried them. So yeah, this is spectacular. A+, as a product of Belgium, 475. And yeah, Lindermans is definitely one you need to give a shot if you have not. This would be one for graduated palates. This would be one for unsophisticated palates. This one would be for pretty much anybody. Give this one a shot, folks. God bless. Travel well. Gentlemen, take it away.
All right. And Justin, there's 95.
No, 97.
Slightly better than the peach.
98 then.
98.
Banded acid is better, worse than the peach. I would say slightly better than the peach, but not by much. Thank you. And folks, you have indeed arrived here at the K.O.E. Nation for this very special review of Lindermans Cherry Lambic beer, product of Belgium. And it says on the back, crafted by wind, brewed through generations. Linderman Lambic, made from local barley, unmalted wheat, cherry juice, aged hops, and wild airborne yeast, spontaneous fermentation. True lambics are rare. All come from one of fewer than a dozen breweries in Belgium's Senne River Valley, a region about 15 by 75 miles in size. And I looked it up. This stuff, depending on what variety you have, it's anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5% alcohol by volume. And this is their cherry. And this one's actually a little more muted in its smell than the raspberry and the peach. The raspberry is like, you can smell it from here, which is delicious. Don't get me wrong. I love it. And you want to get those last few drops in because there's usually a lot of like great cherry in the bottom or the great raspberry in the bottom there. Now, I got to say, let's see how it the nose is spectacular, but it's a little more muted. Let's see how it hits the palate. This is going to sound strange because it's carbonated. It's almost more like cherry champagne. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, it's spectacular. It's sweet on the palate. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's mouth-watering, quite literally. So, yeah, this is something that I would recommend, you know, husband and wife get like a 6-pack of this and enjoy a lovely summer evening. As the sun goes down or something like that. That's what this would be for. Now, in terms of grading on a 5-star scale, for those who don't know, we grade 5, meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0, meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E. Nation has advised you well. So we're going to grade this as a Belgian beer. We're going to grade this as a beer. And should you seek this out yourself, as a Belgian beer, I'm going to give this 4.75. It is spectacular. It's not quite as good as the raspberry and the peach, but it's definitely give it a shot. In terms of a regular old beer, yeah, this is 4.5. This is one of the better beers you'll ever have, truly, because it's actually palate pleasing. Yes, there's alcohol in it, but it also pleases your palate along the way. Oh, should you seek this out on a hot summer night with people you care about? Absolutely. So me, I'm definitely going to seek this out again. I know I got it in my big fancy glass here, but I definitely think this is one that you should try, and I can't wait to see y'all on the flip side right back here at the K.O.E. Nation. God bless. And folks, you have indeed arrived here at the K.O.E. Nation for this very special review of Linderman Apple Lambic beer. This is an excellent, excellent product from Belgium, and I am your King of Extreme Phil, K.O.E., which you can, of course, find me at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter, folks. And I'm looking forward to getting into this. On the back, it says, crafted by wind, brewed through generations. Linderman Lambic, made from local barley, unmalted wheat, raspberry juice, aged hops, and wild airborne yeast. Spontaneous fermentation. True lambics are rare. All come from one of fewer than a dozen breweries in Belgium's Sina River Valley, a region about 15 by 75 miles in size. Now, this is supposed to be their apple. On the back, it said raspberry. I'm guessing they just put the raspberry label on the back because all of these basically say the exact same thing except for what fruit juice it is. So, without further ado, I'm just going to give them that one because if that's going to happen once or twice. But let's take it up to the nose. Wow, that smells like a muted apple juice. Excellent, excellent. But I'm curious how it hits the palate more than anything. It's like a hard cider. Like, it's very heavy in its apple juice. Like, you don't get beer hardly at all on the palate. Like, yeah, you get like apple juice with a slight alcohol bite. That's it. And I looked these up. These are anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 alcohol by volume. Boy, howdy. This is excellent. Now, of the 4 that I've had tonight, this is my least favorite, but it's still spectacular. It's just a matter of what fruits you like. I tend to like peaches and raspberries a little bit more than I like apples. That's fine. But this is spectacular. I'm going to grade this on a couple of 5-star scales. 5 meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E. Nation has advised you well. We're going to grade this as a Belgian beer. We're going to grade this as a beer, and whether I'd seek it out again. As a Belgian beer, I'm going to give this 4.5 stars. It's spectacular. Like I said, it's my least favorite of what I've had tonight of the Lindermans, but they're still marvelous. In terms of a beer, I'm sticking with 4.5 stars. It's just a 4.5 star beer. And yes, you should definitely try this with, this would be good for any palate. Like, say there's somebody in your life that doesn't like beer, but you want to have a 6-pack with them. Yeah, this is where you need to go. So folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, that has been this review of this amazing apple beer. God bless. Travel well. Alrighty, gentlemen.
Very nice.
Woo! Yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
yeah, so yeah, the Linderman stuff, like I said, get yourself a 4-pack. So you got all the flavors. See which one you like. Then get a 6-pack for you and the missus, or see what she likes. You know what I mean? Like maybe she likes peach more.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a beer store nearby. I might hit that up.
There you go.